Okay, it was nowhere near as good as the first one. And they don't even go off with the last movie, which I would have liked if the movie started with them, killing the rest of them, but they didn't, which was fine. But what I didn't like is how they did leave some of the bodies behind. We see the nails still in the step, they haven't moved it. But for some reason, there is only, when I looked, I'm pretty sure it was only 2 bodies. But the movie ended, I'm pretty sure, with they killed one, and then we see 2 sprinting to the house. So why is there only 2 bodies and not 3? Doesn't make sense to me. I also didn't care for the ending. It ends with just both the kids killing one of the monsters at the same time. But at the same time, it's not at the same time. Because there's 2 different plots in this movie. The other movie had 1 plot. Though, they didn't really go back and forth. The dad takes the son, they go to the waterfall, something bad happens. They come home, they see the emergency lights on, and they have to go help the mom. It's just 1 plot, 1 simple plot. This movie focused on 2 different plots. The mom trying to get the kid some medicine for his foot after he got a bear trap on it near the beginning of the movie. And she does that when the movie's almost over. And then she eventually gets home, but then there's a monster there when she gets there. So she has to kill it. But she can't really kill it because she doesn't have a gun right now, because her daughter ran off with the gun and the microphone. And yeah, another plot is there's this guy Emmett that used to be friends with them before the whole that day is what they call it every time they talk about it during the movie. They just call it that day. I mean, I get it. It's trauma, but like everyone in the movie, you would think that some people didn't, but the main characters, the side characters, even one of the characters that doesn't really matter, we only see him for like 5 minutes. I did like his death though. I felt bad for him. But at the same time, his death was kind of stupid and definitely avoidable. He agrees to help them for a distraction. And the monster falls off the car while they're driving the car. He waits 3 seconds and thinks that he was going too fast, and what if it went back to go hurt his family? Then he gets dragged out. We don't hear him get killed, we just we see him get dragged out, and he's screaming. But literally seconds later, the monster is already in the building attacking them. So I would just like to think that he didn't die, but he probably did. Oh, and there's also a scene I thought was really stupid. Clearly it was just meant to probably guilt trip or something into helping. But there's a scene where he's like, we don't have enough food or water for you guys, and then she just opens her basket that her baby's in. Like, how's that gonna do anything? That just means more food and water. Like, I don't have enough food and water for you. Oh, here's another one that you need to get food and water for. I don't know, it just felt stupid. I get what they were going for, but it was stupid. You can't have him say they don't have enough food and water, and then have someone be like, well, we have another one for you to feed. That was just stupid, man. And I didn't like how there's two plots going on. It was fine with one plot. Movie was a bit short too, so. What else? I mean, it was okay. Not much happened. Bear trap. He's hurt. They want to go help people that they think are still alive. He thinks people are bad. He runs into bad people, but then he runs into good people too. Then he admits that she was right, and that he's nothing like her dad. And then the movie just keeps going. I don't know, it didn't really do much. But it was fine. It wasn't necessarily bad, but it wasn't necessarily good either. They could have done more. But it was fine. Talk about this, so I'm gonna edit this in to the beginning. So this will be the first part. They try and make a bit of a big deal. The whole reason the girl leaves to go save some guys, to save more people, is it's because it's something her dad would do. But the only scene we see of him in this movie, because obviously he died in the previous movie, so he's only here for the flashback. There's a scene where one of the creatures smashes into a cop car, and I'm pretty sure the guy's name was Ronnie. That was one of his friends. He just leaves him there. He doesn't grab him, pull him, and, try and get him in the truck with him, because it's just him and his daughter. So he could definitely fit in there. He just, leaves him. And later that same guy sacrifices his life. And it's not even really meaningful. Like, yeah, his sacrifice was meaningful to me, but to the movie, it was nothing. Because later, the mom and the two kids are hiding behind a cop car. And then they see the dad coming. And, the daughter. He's still by the cop car. He's in front of it with a shotgun, protecting his family, basically. Even after he didn't get saved by his own friend. When he could have just grabbed him, pulled him, and got into the truck. Yeah, I thought that was weird. Like, how's it gonna be that he would save people, yet he let that guy die? And then there was also in the first movie with the only other person in the movie that screamed because his wife died. He doesn't try and save him. He just runs before the creature can get there. The creature isn't immediately there. He has time to save him. He just decides to save his daughter, which I get. I understand that. Who wouldn't? But if you're gonna say that he would save people, then there's gotta be a reason for us to believe that. Because the only other person in that movie he let die. He does sacrifice himself, but it's for his children, not for other people. There's gotta be a reason for us to, believe that. You can't just say he would go and save other people. I mean, yeah, he seemed like a good dude, but the one instance where he could have saved someone, he just ran. And in this movie, did the exact same thing. Ran and left Ronnie. And then, as soon as the phone goes off and the creature starts killing people, he doesn't try and save anybody. There's that guy, I think his name was Rog, that he talked to in the grocery store. They clearly knew each other. But he only, stopped him from praying. Obviously, he would stop him from praying, so, the creatures don't hear him. But that's all he does. Once the creature is attacking people, he doesn't try and save him. Just takes his daughter and runs. Though, unlike, unlike him, with Emmett, the dude that they try and say is nothing like him, the girl does anyway, and that he's such a better person. Ironically, actually saved someone in this movie. Not just the daughter of his friend. He saves a random kid that we don't even know the name of. When he's running away from the creature, there's a kid standing in front of him, grabs the kid and takes him in the house, and then he hides the kid. So, yeah, they kind of fucked up with that. But yeah, that's about all I needed to add. That was like a 5-minute rant for just one mistake. But yeah, they really needed to set that up better. He cares about people, but the only scenes we see is just him, protecting his family. But of course, who wouldn't? But you can't say that he's gonna protect other people and then not show us that happen at all. You can't do that.